Hello, folks. Today is Friday, July the 12th, 2024. It's a very nice day out, but it is very hot today. Summer's starting to settle in. I'm going to make a different kind of video today. There's lots of these out on YouTube, but I thought I would make one because I wanted to see how these two buffalo nickels here would turn out. In the past couple weeks, I have two buffalo nickels that do not have a date. And dateless buffalo nickels are already worth nearly nothing. You can get up to 25 cents, maybe 50 cents for one. But since these are also recovered from the ground, they're also highly oxidized and corroded. So they're certainly not worth anything. So by altering them to recover what the date was on these nickels isn't really going to hurt their value. I have a product here that is brand named called the Nic-a-Date Date Restore. This is a ferric chloride solution, FeCl3. It's 1 iron atom to 3 chlorine atoms. And what happens is when you put this product on most bare metals, a lot of different bare metals actually, it would lose one of its chlorine atoms, and those extra chlorine atoms would bond with the nickel in this case and form nickel chloride, which would be NiCl2. So, but before I do anything with these nickels, the first thing you want to check if you have a dateless buffalo nickel to see if they're variety 1. If you see the buffalo standing on a mound, on the bottom, they would be 1913. You wouldn't have to use this product. Also check to see if you have a 3-legged buffalo nickel from 1937. Both of these buffaloes have all 4 legs accounted for. So if there's no other way to know the dates off of these, after you've done those 2 tests, I would go ahead and proceed with this experiment. This is my first time using this product. I'm not sure if it's going to work on these. Now these nickels are oxidized from being in the ground. I don't think ferric chloride would work with nickel oxides. So I'm going to use my Andre pencils here. I'm going to use this very coarse, almost like a steel wool type end. I need to remove the oxidized nickel from the date area for this product to work. So I'm going to go ahead and use this on the nickels for a moment, and I'll be right back. All right, I spent about at least 60 seconds, if not more, on each nickel. As you can see, the date area is a little bit shinier. It still has a darker color to it than nickel does, so I still don't know in this condition if this product will work, but I am going to give it a try. We'll do this here on film. Let me open this bottle here. Hang on. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one drop on the date area alone and see. This product would work quickly on a nickel that wasn't buried, so I don't know if it's going to work quickly on these, if at all. But let us see. I want to put as small of a dot as possible right there and right there. All right, that's perfect. So we're going to give this a moment and see if this works. I got 2 tubs of water here. I'm going to dip them in each one when I feel like I want to stop and check them out. It's important to stop the reaction when you want. If it keeps going, it can actually destroy what little bit of the date you were able to restore if it did work. So we'll give these about 30 seconds or so, and then we'll see if there's any details coming through. These are the only 2 dateless nickels I have ever dug out of the ground. I've had a pretty good streak over the years. I think I found at least maybe a dozen altogether, and these being the last two, the only two dateless. So, all right. I don't know if there's any difference that were made, but let me see here. Give it a swish there. Give it a swish there. Put it back on my paper towel. Now this one here, I'll do the same. Let's see if we have anything here. Let me check this one. I do not see any evidence of a date. And neither of these are showing anything. Well, we're gonna give it another try. It's interesting how the drop looks, the area looks dull. I think on this one I was able to make out a trace of the 1 and the 9 of the date, but I couldn't make out the next two digits. It almost looks like I can pick out a 19 something. It looks like a 7 maybe. It almost looks like 1917, but can't tell for sure. This one, nothing. Well, I think I'm going to give each of these, and I'm not so sure about this one if I want to give it another drop or not. What the heck. Yeah, I'll give this one a drop again, a little bit longer, and see if we can make out some more detail. So, all right. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. All right. I've seen YouTube videos where you can actually watch it happening through the dot, but them being so dark and I don't have the perfect lighting. All right, a little bit on my finger. All right, let me rinse this off before I do something I really don't want to do. I'm doing a lot of this through the frame on the phone. That's why it looks a little unprofessional, I guess. All right. I might have limited success with one of these. Hey, look at that. I see 1920 it looks like. I see something. Let me use both my hands here. I'll be right back with you. I'm giving each of them a little bit more. Some of the dates started coming through on one of them, but I can only make out the last digit. I think it was a 0. Another one looked like a 7, but really hard to tell. I don't want to overdo it, but you want to try to be sure it gets done. Give it my best shot. All right, I'm back with you. Today is actually the next day. I ended up getting summoned to help out with some house chores, and I never got back around to tending to these 2 nickels. I probably made about quite a few attempts on this product. You can see already, if you're looking closely, that there is a date on the one on the right. It probably took 6 or 7 attempts using the Nic-a-Date, and then rinsing off the coin, and then wiping it off, and then using my Andre pencil right there to scrub off whatever more corrosion I can. This one is dated 1916. I'm impressed that I was able to get a date off this one. Either of these, really. I wasn't sure what to expect. That one is 1916. This one here, I'm going to give it some more work. The problem with this one is the surfaces are more corroded. It's not a smooth surface, so that's giving me problems trying to get the date off this. But I'm going to keep at it for a little while longer and let you know what we can find out. I got better lighting this time of day, so that's a plus. It's now the next morning, so get back with you. All right. After one more treatment, I think I have a legible date on this nickel. I didn't think I would because of the extreme amount of corrosion, but I think I see 1917. Let me try to get a better angle on it here. Depends on your angle. I think I see 1917. I saw let me rotate it more here. I can see the horizontal bar of the 7. What do we think? 1917, huh? Boy, that's hard to tell. I might give it one more treatment. I'm surprised that I got this much off the last one. I'm going to brush off some more corrosion with my Andre pencils and give it another dot. and see if we can make it stand out a little bit more. You see there? Look at that. I guess it looks like that straight bar of the 7. All right, let's see if we can get it out a little bit more. I'll get right back with you. There it is, clarity through the dot, 1917. I'm gonna rinse it off quick and see if we can save it. All right, I rinsed it off and there it is, nice and clear. 1917, no doubt about it. It just takes a lot of work on these nickels you dig out of the ground. You got to get that oxidation off, and you need to have that smooth surface. I've heard before that an SOS pad would also work, but I didn't want to do it on the whole coin. Nickel is very hard, and it takes time to smooth out the metal. So I have a 1916. I got to see if that's a double die. Would that be a kicker? And a 1917. So Nic-a-Date works. Harder to do on these nickels, but I did get dates off of them. I can't be any happier about that. So, all right, folks. Well, we'll be back with the next video. Thanks for watching. I'll get back with you.